Your life will change so incredibly fast when you ignore all of the BS you see online, when you stop falling for the fitness influencer gimmicks, when you start following what I'm about to say in this video and cut out these 5 things. The weight will just start flying off of you. You'll feel better, you'll transform your body, and you'll start living energetic. So, my name is Luke. I lost over 100 pounds of body fat. I used to play college football. I stopped playing. I was lost with drive, no direction for my life, low motivation, all of that. Fitness was my tool to get my life back on track and start living the life that I wanted to live. Starting with these 5 things, man, this is what I cut out. And I'll be completely real with you. The first one here is processed sugar. So this is what my thing is it's always about seasons. There was a season where I cut out the processed sugar entirely. I didn't have any processed sugar and I felt absolutely incredible. The weight was flying off like crazy, but I didn't cut out sugar in general. I cut out the processed sugar. So things like fruit, like orange juice, like honey, those stayed in because those are what really fueled my body and helped me live energetic. Now, it's all about the seasons here. You don't have to cut out processed sugar for the rest of your life. Cut it out for a season to start getting the result that you want and then find balance through that. Number 2 is going to be binge eating. This was a big one for me, man. This was probably the biggest one that I had to break because I was like thought as food as something that I could rely on to feel good. And that was really tough for me to break because you cannot just completely cut that out because one, you have to eat food. And number two, when things that make you feel good, you cut them completely out. Like you need something to replace that. You can't just go like, if you're binge eating to feel good or to feel like you have control, you can't just go cold turkey on that and not replace it with something because now you're left with this void of I don't feel good, I'm not doing what makes me feel good, and I know what could make me feel good. That's where that inconsistency comes from, and that's where falling back into those old habits came from. So I replaced that with working out, doing cardio, and that felt me like I could finally start taking control of my life. And I think that was the biggest thing for me to break the binge eating cycle was just having control, having direction, having an actual structure and system for my life. Excuse me, really helped me break that bad habit and get into a positive, just good mind space there. Because when we think about it, like my body, physically, it didn't need it. Like I was eating so much to the point where I was like grossly full. It has nothing to do with physical, it's all mental to break that. Number 3 is going to be the processed protein stuff. Now, this is another nuanced take, man. You cannot base your entire diet off of prepackaged protein stuff. That is exactly why you feel terrible, you feel low energy, brain fog, fatigue, you have stubborn fat, love handles, man boobs, all of that stuff. It comes from not having no micronutrients in your diet. So when you're relying on protein chips, crackers, bars, powders, shakes, all of this stuff for all of your protein throughout the day, you're never eating real food. That's exactly why you feel terrible. It's why you feel hungry all the time. It's why you're not sleeping very good. It's why your hormones are out of whack. It's why your labs don't look good on paper. But you're doing everything right because all of these companies, all of these people who are getting paid by the companies are telling you, man, you gotta eat the protein bars, like you gotta eat the shakes, you gotta eat all of this stuff. No, that is exactly why we have the problem, is because that does not fix the problem. These people, they feel terrible, they feel low energy, brain fog, fatigue, all of that stuff. It's a micronutrient deficiency. It all comes down to nutrition. So when people are inconsistent, maybe you're inconsistent, I used to be inconsistent with that. It all comes down to the energy that you have available. Like, think about it. You use your energy to go to work. You're not inconsistent with going to work. You're inconsistent with your nutrition and with going to the gym. So your problem is not that you're just this crazy, undisciplined loser. It's that you don't have the energy to truly direct those efforts into something productive, and that always starts with nutrition. So direct all your attention into nutrition at the start, start living more energetically, start cutting out the processed protein, the processed sugar, watch how your energy changes, and watch how much more motivation, more consistent you become. Another one is going to be late night snacking. Another one here for the energy as well. When you're eating a bunch of food late at night, like back in the day, I would get off practice or a game or something like that, and I would go to Little Caesars. I'd go get some cheap food, some cheap takeout, something like that, local Chinese spot. And man, I would just house the entire thing, whatever it was in front of me. Then I go out with my girlfriend or with my guys, go get some dessert or go have a couple drinks. Man, all those calories late in the night getting stored as body fat, making me sleep terribly because my body is now trying to digest that food instead of actually recovering and getting into deep restorative sleep. You wake up and you're hungry because one night of bad sleep reduces your insulin sensitivity, makes you more insulin resistant, spikes your hunger hormone, which is ghrelin, and then lowers your fullness hormone, which is leptin as well. So, one night of bad sleep makes you inconsistent the next day, makes you feel terrible, low energy, hungrier, less full. Man, you get worse results just from one night of bad sleep. It's crazy. And all that starts with late night snacking as well. Next one is going to be eating out often. This is really, really, really a big one for me because I am anti if it fits your macros. I am anti calories in, calories out. People who view that, they end up using that as an excuse to base their diet around things that don't actually fuel them. Just because on paper it says it has 500 calories and 50 grams of protein does not make it good for fat loss, does not make it good for muscle gain, does not make it good for you. Micronutrients are the name of the freaking game, and that's what's going to give you energy. It's what's going to make you consistent. It's what's going to give you that mental clarity throughout the day to actually perform at work, show up the way you want to show up after work with the energy that you want, and then go to the gym and then make a nice dinner for your family. All of that comes from micronutrients. That does not come from discipline. You can be disciplined and still feel like shit. You can be disciplined and still come home after work, feel terrible. And you can push through that, sure, but you can also be disciplined, feel your body, and then use that as a momentum, as a catapult to put yourself in the best possible situation you can for fat loss. And that's exactly what I did. I used all of the motivation I had from trying to prove to everybody that I could lose the weight, that I could make this transformation, paired that with good nutrition. I started feeling incredible, man. Like seriously, every single day I woke up, I came home from work, came home from whatever I was doing during the day, and I felt incredible. Like I had all the energy in the world I wanted to. I would go to the gym for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I felt like I could go for about 3 hours. So once you really start dialing in your nutrition, stop thinking that calories are the end all be all, life will change so freaking fast where your energy will change. You'll start showing up differently. And this is the dogma, man, is like everybody preaches if it fits your macros. Well, what are the macros on that? I mean, it doesn't matter. To a certain point, it really does not matter. It's all about the micronutrient part of it. Can you actually fuel your body based off of what you're eating? Or does it just say on the wrapper, hey, this has 20 grams of protein, this has 30 grams of protein? And like I was saying earlier with the processed protein, that stuff is perfectly fine for a treat, for a dessert. It's a great choice for a dessert. Throw a scoop of protein powder and some Greek yogurt, make a little parfait, throw some fruit and some honey on it. Perfect. And maybe you're going on a road trip and you need some quick food. You know what? A protein bar is fine for there. But when you start relying on eating out and like Chick-fil-A, you eat out at Chick-fil-A all the freaking time. You don't know what they're putting in the food. They have all of these bad problems with the food. The food quality there is not ideal really at any fast food restaurant. You start relying on processed protein, on processed sugar, all of this stuff, late night snacking. Man, it just makes you feel terrible. And this is why I always say like the calories in, calories out, 100%, that's how you lose the weight, but it's not the end all be all. Because the goal is not just to lose weight, feel terrible, be skinny fat, feel like shit, and then put yourself in just as bad a spot and be 20 pounds down. The goal is to transform your body and actually live energetically. Excuse me. And that's exactly what I do for my clients. So my guy Daniel here, he has lost 90 pounds. My guy Ethan, he's lost 80 pounds. My client Mike reversed his type 2 diabetes and he's down 55 pounds in total. So look, if you're ready to transform your body, you're ready to live energetically, you're ready to really get a kick in the ass, cut all this out, follow an actual structured plan, I do one-on-one coaching. The application for that is going to be in the description of this video. My message for you, man, is get off the sidelines. No matter what you do, take action, get off the sidelines, get your ass in the game, get to work, and then thank me later in like 2 weeks when you push through the shitty first part where you have no energy and you're putting in the work. Then you finally start getting the energy, you feel amazing, and you put in even more work. That's what this game is all about. Get off the sidelines, get in the game, get to work. If you want help with this, application in the description.